My name is Helena, and I'm a German girl that now lives in Spain. My new life began 1 year ago. At that time, I was living in Augsburg, a small German city, together with my boyfriend Basti and my 3 cats, Nila, Ellie and Juna. We had a small apartment in the city center. I worked as an online marketing manager in Munich, so I went there every day by train. In the morning I had to leave at about 6:40, and in the evening I came back home at 7 o'clock. Then I was starving, exhausted and so tired. At the weekends I had no energy for big adventures, and I wasn't feeling like sitting in the train again to go for a trip somewhere. During that time I talked a lot to a good friend of mine, and we both had a big question in our heads. Is that all? We are young people. We've just started our careers, and even now we are just tired. Every day I was sitting in these trains, surrounded by stress. All people are constantly in a rush. I spent the biggest part of my life with my colleagues at work, instead of being at home with my loved ones. The weekends pass in a flash, and on Sunday morning you already see the Monday in front of your inner eye. On Monday you are just longing for Friday. Our lives pass by so fast. Our cities are so fast, so full of noises and bad energies. You need a filter around you to get along with all the impressions. But what happens if this important filter does not work anymore? Then it is almost unbearable. My boyfriend lost this important filter, this bubble that protects you from all the noise and hecticness. He became really ill and he suffered a lot from all the turbulences of the city. I was longing for a change, for him and for me. In my mind there was growing an awareness. The life I was living was not the life that I wanted to live. I was longing for calm, for nature, for creativity and freedom, for inspiration and energy. I wanted to go through life full of strength and power again. I realized that it was up to me to decide what my life would look like. It was my very own decision. It was my very own life. It is nobody but myself who writes my own story. And I could change my story in every imaginable direction. And I was absolutely sure that this change would mean healing for Basti as well. And that was what I wished for him from the bottom of my heart after all the suffering during the last years. We left everything behind us. We gave up our apartment, packed only the bare essentials in a small container that we left in Germany. We got rid of all the ballast that have accumulated in the recent years, and it was an amazing feeling to become a lot more minimalist. We bought an old car and named it Francisco. And we only took a few important things with us that fit in: our clothes, laptops, and of course our 3 cats. At the end of November, we left Germany. Our destination was Spain. More precisely, Mallorca. I still hardly dare to say that, because for many people Mallorca is nothing more than a cheap vacation spot to party. But we came here because of its breathtaking nature, because of its wilderness, because of its small idyllic world. to a small apartment in Calamendia, an unimpressive little village at the east coast, surrounded by beautiful bays. And suddenly, it felt like the new beginning of my life. When I step out onto the terrace in the morning, I see green hills. I hear the birds singing. I can smell the ocean and the pine trees. There's no noise from the cars, no trucks, no trolley line, no yelling. It is quiet. Only the ocean rushes. The ocean, it heals the soul. All 5 of us enjoy this new experience, the freedom, the calm. Suddenly I became even more aware of how much I had suffered from the noise and the hectic rush. We could finally relax. Our cats Nela, Ellie and Yuna can go out now, and they are over happy. I had convinced my bosses to continue working for them from the home office, and we agreed on a 4-day week. Now I am at home when I shut down the laptop, without a train ride. I can eat lunch with Basti on the terrace. In the morning I can start my day with yoga at the beach. And in the evening we can go swimming in the sea. Now I spend my weekends on excursions into nature, because I have a lot more energy. My life has turned 180 degrees. It finally feels like my life again. Every day is unique, and that's what I wanted so much. I am in love with this island. I love her wild and natural beauty. Sometimes it feels like a lonely island at the end of the world. I got to know and love a very special side of Mallorca. And that was of course due to the special past year. The beaches of Mallorca have never been as empty as they were during the past summer. The water has never been that crystal clear. I swam with hundreds of fish. Again and again the ocean takes my breath away. The sea shines as blue as one would only expect in the Caribbean. The beaches and bays are so different. Sometimes a pine forest hugs the beach. Sometimes there are sand dunes or rocks. Mallorca kissed me awake, and I can't tell you how grateful I am for that. When I now think of my future, then there are adventures in my mind, creative projects that I want to realize, and I am so looking forward to my little family. In spring, Basti asked me to become his wife, and of course I said yes. Since then, I've been looking forward to sharing my life with him even more. I am so looking forward to all the experiences and adventures that are still to come. My heart is bubbling with joy and happiness, and I have a great desire in me to do good, to make the world we live in a little better, and give away some of the happiness I've found. We became vegans. We finally felt like cooking again and always want to try new things. We built a new relationship with food, and we now buy our ingredients in local markets. These tomatoes, these lemons, these potatoes, you can taste the sun and the island in them. It is an incredible feeling to know that you are doing your part to reduce animal suffering and to protect the climate. In May, we added another soul to our little home, Pluma, which means feather in Spanish. Pluma is a Podenco ibicenco, a Spanish hunting dog, and she came into our family to be fostered. We had the great desire to give another animal something of our love in the small ideal world that we have created for ourselves. So we visited an animal welfare organization, and there it was love at first sight. Pluma came to me immediately. She nestled her head lovingly against me and then lay down on her back so that I could caress her stomach. She trusted me so much, even though I was a stranger to her and she had already suffered a lot in her young life. I was so touched. We took her with us, first as a foster family, because we had to find out whether the cats would get along with her. After a short time it was clear that Pluma would stay, forever. She is such an enrichment to my life. She is such a role model. Every day she is full of joy, love and happiness. It makes me incredibly happy to know that this magical creature will have a happy life thanks to us, because she deserves it so much. Finally, she can leave her bad past behind, and you can tell from day to day how her emotional wounds are healing. At first, Pluma was terrified of claustrophobia. She didn't go through the front door. We were not allowed to touch her back or hind legs. She had nightmares and didn't dare to sleep on a blanket for a week. Her soul was broken. Now, her self-esteem has come to life, and there is nothing more beautiful. I love going for a walk with her. I love her childlike curiosity, her great joy, her endless gratitude. And I've made another big change. I was back with my beloved horses. I spent my entire childhood with them, but then came the study, the work, and I just didn't have time for it. It is different now. Every Sunday I drive to the inside of the island to a small finca. I'm already enjoying the drive there. And then the gate opens and it is as if all thoughts stop in front of it. When I'm with the horses, I'm in the here and now, to 100%. Then there's just me and the horses. It's like a vacation for the head, free from all thoughts. Horses are very special beings, gentle giants, empathetic and sensitive, but also full of strength and energy. It was the best decision of my life to take this step, to move here and change everything. How it continues? I don't know that yet. But I don't need to know either, because I love every day. I am enjoying my life again. I'm full of ideas. I started writing again and filming. I feel like painting and spending time with the animals. I want to discover new places and be part of nature. I found my recipe of happiness.